Hi guys, welcome back to the internet. I'm Izzy from English with Izzy, and in this video today we are going to have a look at a mock B2 first speaking test with two incredible girls who have recently passed their test. So who better to show you a really good example of what to do in your exam. Not only will you see these two wonderful volunteers, Nethmi and Marusya, perform in the speaking test, but you'll also see my comments and suggestions for tips and strategies that you can apply in your exam, or if you're a teacher, tips that will help your students get those top marks so everyone's happy. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like this video, press subscribe and turn on those notifications so that you never miss another Cambridge English video to help you get that certificate. Good evening. My name is Izzy, and your names are?
Marusya.
My name is Nethmi.
Thank you. Nethmi, where are you from?
Well, I'm from Sri Lanka, but currently I'm in Italy.
Wonderful. And you, Marusya?
From Ukraine, and I'm in Ukraine right now.
Okay. So first, I'd like to know something about you. Okay. So Nethmi, tell us about the things you like doing at the weekend.
Well, usually in the weekends I go to the sports center that is in my area for a swim. Most of my friends also come there. I really enjoy it. Other than that, I just stay at home or read a book.
Fantastic. And Marusya, do you like reading?
Yeah, I like reading so much. That's one of my hobbies and probably is my favorite hobby. I have so many books at home and I love reading them. I love buying new books. That's my passion.
Great. All right. Now, Nethmi, have you been anywhere nice recently?
Well, yeah, recently I kind of went all around Italy. It has been a nice experience. I really loved Venice so far. It was a really unique experience, I would say. The city was like in middle of water. I really enjoyed seeing boats traveling all around the city. It was
Great.
really nice experience.
All right. And Marusya, where would you like to go for your next holiday?
That's a nice question. Uh, I haven't been traveling around Ukraine a lot, and probably I would very much like to visit lots of nice and interesting places in Ukraine, especially are occupied right now. I would like to visit them after our victory, and I'm looking forward to it so much. I hope it will be soon.
Fantastic. All right. You guys are giving really good answers. I'm really enjoying this so far. Why don't we go straight on to speaking part 2? In this part of the test, I'm going to give each of you 2 photographs. I'd like you to talk about your photographs on your own for about a minute, and also to answer a question about your partner's photos. So, Nethmi, it's your turn first. Here are your photos. They show people trying to win in different situations. I'd like you to compare the photographs and say what you think might be difficult for the people about trying to win in these situations. All right?
Okay. Well, to begin with, the first photograph shows an athlete playing tennis, while the second one shows some girls taking part in a running event, I think. Well, what I think is that tennis might be a little bit hard because you have to focus on the little ball and hit it at the right moment. When it comes to the second situation, which is a running event, I think it's important to maintain their speed, and it's hard to win because it's really competitive than tennis. Well, it's my opinion anyway. Both are kind of competitive and they're hard. But if you work really hard and dedicate your time, I think it's possible to win.
Okay, thank you. And Marusya, which sport would you prefer to do?
Honestly, I like sports a lot, and probably I would like to do. I think that's really interesting. I enjoy watching some events. Um, I like dancing, honestly, and I think gymnastic is most closest, one of the closest sports to dancing. So I would really like to take up gymnastic.
Thank you. Now, Marusya, here are your photographs. They show people spending time outside in different situations. I'd like you to compare the photographs and say what you think the people are enjoying about spending time outside in these situations. All right?
In the first picture, we can see a group of people. They're close friends. They clearly enjoy this time together. They're outside. They have some food, and I believe they're talking about something nice because they look satisfied and happy. And in the second picture, we can see two girls walking through the city. I think they are the main characters, these two girls. I am not sure they look happy because one of them is calling someone and they are not talking to each other, but only how I see it, the way I see it. I think the main thing they enjoy about spending time outside is...
Thank you. All right, now, Nethmi, my question for you is, which of these things would you prefer to do?
Well, as Marusya said, in the first picture, it shows a lot of people. Maybe they are on a picnic. Well, the second shows two girls hanging out. I'm not really a socially outgoing person, so I think I'd rather hang out with one friend rather than be with a lot of guys.
Wonderful. Great answers, both of you. Now, I'd like you to talk about something together for about 2 minutes. I'd like you to imagine that a school is going to start some after-school classes to encourage their students to learn new skills. Here are some ideas for the classes and a question for you to discuss. But first, you have some time to look at the task. Now, talk to each other about why students might want to learn to do these skills.
Shall we begin?
Yes.
Great.
Okay, so I'll go first. Speaking another foreign language, when it comes to speaking another foreign language, I think it will be really helpful for them to learn another language if they are hoping to go abroad for their high studies. What's your opinion?
Yes, I believe speaking another foreign language is very useful nowadays. Probably that's even essential in modern world to communicate with other people, to understand them. I believe speaking another language is great.
So, shall we go to the next point, which is playing a musical instrument?
Yeah.
Okay, you can go on.
So playing a musical instrument is, I think it's a nice thing to learn. I always wanted to learn playing some musical instrument. Unfortunately, I didn't do that. Probably I have no talent, but I think that's not that essential as speaking foreign language, for example. But I still think that it may be useful. It's kind of development, personal development, and I believe that's great. I just admire those people who play musical instruments. That's
I
essential.
I couldn't agree more. Playing a musical instrument is good to release your stress and all, but it's not really essential compared to speaking foreign language.
Yeah.
Well, what about drawing well? Do you think it's necessary or important for students?
All right, thank you. Okay, guys, we're going to go on to the next part of speaking, part 3, all right, which is the 1-minute decision-making activity. So I'm now going to say thank you. Now you have about a minute to decide which 2 would be the easiest to learn to do well.
So, being a student, I think it will be easier for them to learn a foreign language because I believe it's easier for younger people to learn foreign languages rather than older people. Where do you stand on this?
I believe that's right. Speaking foreign language is easier for younger generations. That's common, and I believe that's even more important for younger people than for elderlies, for example. So I couldn't agree more.
Okay, then let's go with speaking another foreign language.
How important do you think it is for people to try new activities, Nethmi?
Well, I think it's really important because trying new activities allows people to identify new passions, to identify what they are really interested in. For example, even me, I really don't know what really my passions are, so I'm just trying new activities day by day to see what I'm really interested in. It's a really good thing. It's really important. That's my opinion.
All right. And what do you think, Marusya?
I believe yes. Trying something new is always a nice idea. Change something in your life to discover your talents. I believe that's extremely important. Find their life path. I believe that's essential, honestly.
Great. Okay. Why do you think some people don't like to try new things?
Well, probably some people are afraid of trying something new. Maybe they not believe that they will be able to continue this thing, or maybe they just have enough hobbies. I don't actually know. That's a difficult question because I always like trying something new. I like discovering something absolutely different, and for me that's weird when people do not like new things. So I can't probably explain it very well.
Do you agree, Nethmi?
Yeah, well, I stand with her on that. It's probably because people are afraid. Most people kind of are afraid to go out from their comfort zone. That's what most people call it.
Very good. Okay. A lot of people enjoy doing sport after school. Do you think this is a good thing, Marusya?
Yes, that's a nice idea. I believe that's not just good, I believe that's even important. Doing sports is nice for our health, for our mental well-being as well. And I like doing sport after school as well. So I think those people who usually do some physical activities after a long, stressful day, they're great because, first of all, that can be extremely difficult, and but they still doing that, and I think that's really good for everyone to take up some sport to do after school. I think it makes our life balanced and more interesting.
What do you think, Nethmi?
Well, I totally agree with Marusya. Adding to what she said, doing sports helps you to make new friends. Also, after school, and it's really relaxing because all day you engage in educational activities and you're really stressed after exams and all. So it's a really good way of releasing your stress. And sports, it's really good, uh, especially if you're doing it after school.
Very good. All right, this is the end of the test. Well done, guys. There was some very, very good vocabulary in there, Marusya. When you speak, like you have this, I guess, fluency, you know, like, well, both of you actually, the way that you speak, it doesn't sound robotic. It doesn't sound that you're lacking confidence. It sounds like you both feel very comfortable with English, which is very nice for me to hear, because sometimes I have B2 students who I can tell that they're at a lower B2 level, you know, they still sound like they're struggling quite a lot, but you two sound like you have really good control of the language. So it's very good to hear. And you both have fantastic accents as well, which I'm really enjoying. And Nethmi, I want to say that you did an especially good job in using phrases, interactive phrases in the exam. You had some really advanced one there, like asking your partner where they stand on the topic, that you see eye to eye with them. So it was really impressive to see that higher level interactive vocabulary. So I want to congratulate you on that as well.
Thank you.
All right. Do you guys mind if I ask you a couple of questions about your exam preparation experience, as you guys are both so young, and I really think you could be a great inspiration to other people taking their exam?
No, it's okay.
Okay. So, I want to ask you guys if there's like a piece of advice or anything you would say to somebody who's right at the beginning of their exam preparation journey.
Well, ask them not to give up because at the beginning I wanted to give up, and it was my mom who asked me to keep it going. And now I have passed the exam. Right now I'm really happy with myself. So I'd ask them not to give up.
Very good. How about you, Marusya? What piece of advice would you give someone?
I would say that's extremely important to be serious about the exam. And at the beginning of this preparation, I was not very serious. I thought that the exam is somewhere far, far away, and I was I was not doing my work properly. And when there was just a few months before the exam, I realized that I need to work a lot. I was very surprised when I realized that I passed it. So I would say that's important to be serious and to do something pass the exam every single day. It helps. It helps so much.
Great. That's very good advice. Don't give up, because I think when people have such like a big goal, Even as adults, I think this happens like all throughout our lives, you know, when there's so much work that goes into something, it's easy for us to get a bit demotivated, you know, but it's the fact that we keep going when other people don't, which is what helps us to reach those huge goals, which you guys have both done, which is really good. My next question for you is, what would you say was the hardest part about preparing for your B2 exam?
Well, for me, it was probably the writing exam. So I had no idea how it would be marked, and I was really in doubt whether I would really pass the exam. But then I met you, and you gave me kind of an assurance that I would definitely pass the exam. After that, I kind of felt confident with myself. So not having a proper qualified teacher was kind of hard, but I worked hard by myself to improve other aspects. I mean, use of English, uh, reading, and all the other. What I wanted to help with was writing, and you helped me, and I passed the exam. Yeah, that was it.
Amazing. I remember you sent me over one of your writing tasks for me to correct, and I remember being blown away. I'm very surprised at how good it was. And I remember the email that you sent me about the fact that it was really reassuring. So I'm really glad I was able to help you feel a bit more confident as well about your writing exam.
Yeah, thank you.
No worries. And Marusya, what would you say was the hardest part of preparing for your exam?
That's a difficult question. I think the most difficult part was somewhere in the end. I realized that I don't know how to write some words. I'm not very good at spelling, and that was a disaster because I needed to write an essay, and I understood that some words I have no idea how to write some words, and I was so worried about it, and probably it was the most difficult part. And I know for sure I did some spelling mistakes, so that's something I have to work on a lot.
But the fact that you know where your weak points are is a great thing, because those are things that can easily be corrected. You know, if you just read a little bit more to become more familiar with spelling. Plus, spelling in English is horrible because we say things one way and we write them another way. So even for English people, spelling is a disaster. So don't worry about the fact that you're finding it hard. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. Well, guys, I think I asked you everything that I wanted to, but lastly, I just wanted to thank you guys one more time for being part of this. You're very brave. Right, if you're still watching this, it means you made it to the end. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to give it a like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so that you never miss another video. I also have a wonderful free resource for you guys, which is my complete speaking phrase list for anyone who's planning to do the B2 first or the C1 advanced exam. More than 1,000 people have downloaded it already, and I receive messages constantly saying that it really helped them sound much more natural in their exam, so you can find the link down in the caption below. I think that's it, so bye for now, guys.